Welcome to Threads and Tales of New York City, a podcast about the unique style and lifestyle of the men and women who live in this dynamic city. My guests are either native New Yorkers or New Yorkers at heart. Let's get an intro to my guests. What's your name, and are you a native New Yorker or a New Yorker at heart?
My name is Keesha Gaye. I am not a native New Yorker. I was born in Jamaica, and I guess I'm a New Yorker at heart.
So, how long have you been in New York?
Oh my gosh, I would be telling my age, wouldn't it? Been here for a while, over 20 years.
Well, what do you love about New York City?
Oh, it's so vibrant, and I love that with the right connections, you can do almost whatever you want to do. The possibilities to me are endless.
That's true. When did you realize that New York is home for you?
I guess it's when I went to Washington Square Park and I was literally a teenager and I felt right at home. Like the people, they're so eclectic, they're so free, so forward thinking, and they just didn't give a damn. Yeah, I loved it. That's when I was like, I want to live here. This is my city.
That New York City attitude. There's this belief that if you stand in Times Square, you can meet people from all over the world. Who do you think is your most international friend and where are they from?
But all my friends are international.
Yes.
I don't think I have one friend that's really actually from New York. International friend. Oh, are you from New York? Really? I guess they all are. I can't just pinpoint one. I guess because I am a foreigner, I guess I gravitate more towards foreigners. I don't know.
People travel all over the world to come to New York City. Can you give some recommendations for them while they're in New York? What is your favorite place that you've been to in New York City?
What favorite place in New York City? I would have to say, I don't want to sound bougie, so let's think of another question. My favorite, I don't have a favorite place.
It could be a bougie place. It's your recommendation.
I like Lincoln Center. Yeah, I like Lincoln Center. You go in Lincoln Center has the opera house and it has the ballet and they have concerts and they have cinema and they have art installations.
So it's your recommendation. So it's not there's no right or wrong answer. What's your least favorite place that you've been to in New York City?
Staten Island.
Which brings us the next question. Have you been to all 5 boroughs?
Yes, and Staten Island should not be a borough. I'm sorry, guys.
Are you a native Manhattanite? Meaning that do you consider you work there, you go there to hang out? You don't have to necessarily live in Manhattan, but do you consider yourself a Manhattanite? Because most people come to New York, they always think about Manhattan being the center of New York City.
No, absolutely not. I'm a Brooklynite. I love Brooklyn. I love to hang out in Brooklyn. I love living in Brooklyn. Yeah, it's all about Brooklyn.
As New York is full of possibilities, let's talk about your lifestyle. What are some of your favorite pastimes in New York City?
I like walking to the water, any water. Yes, we do have water here. It's an island. Manhattan is an island, and Brooklyn has lots of waterways. I like window shopping. I like going to the park for sure. Just walking around neighborhoods, like going to Soho, walking around Dumbo, walking around Greenpoint, walking around Carroll Gardens, wherever.
What is your favorite thing to do, like a lazy weekend?
Stay in my bed. Or okay, our lazy weekend, like maybe
You're going out.
I don't even know if that's a lazy weekend. I guess are you gonna ask me about my typical weekend as well?
Yes, if you have free time that you could do anything.
So which one is it? Lazy or
It's like a lazy weekend where yeah, like if you have free time and you don't have any responsibilities, you don't have any errands.
well that's not lazy. That's not a lazy weekend.
It's not.
No.
Okay, what do you consider lazy?
Lazy weekend is when you stay home and watch Netflix all weekend. That's a lazy weekend.
Okay.
But if you want to say, what do I do on a free weekend when I have time? Well, I like to go to the farmer's market. Love farmer's market. And it's the same thing. I'm going to go to the farmer's market. I'm going to come home, unpack, maybe cook. I'm going to go to the water, back to the water again. And I'm probably going to go to the park.
Okay. What's your favorite museum or cultural institution here in New York City?
That's hard. Oh my God. I love the Frick. I'm a member of MoMA. I visit Brooklyn Museum quite a bit. I like Whitney on Fridays. Ooh, I just said a lot. You asked for one.
Yes.
Aesthetically, I would say the Frick Museum is like, I really like how that looks. Yeah.
And what's your favorite outdoor activity?
Walking.
Yes. And it's free. Can you recommend like a hidden gem or off the beaten path activity to do in New York City?
You're making me feel like I don't do a lot of activities. Off the beaten path activity.
Something that if you had a friend that came to visit that they don't typically see in New York City, what would you recommend?
We would go on the water. Everything goes back to the
Yeah.
water. We'd get in one of those tours on the
That
Hudson.
could be
And we would go sail up and down the Hudson.
And there are a lot of hidden spots along the waters that some places are more popular than others. I don't know if I ever went with you. So there used to be this floating bar.
I was just gonna say
Yeah.
that. Isn't there like a restaurant or something like that out there?
Yes. Typically, like if people live in that neighborhood or people go out, they know it, but it's not the usual thing that people do. It's kind of like I don't typically go to that neighborhood, even though I live here and I've gone to many boroughs. So like to me, it was a hidden gem.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, like also because I like to eat, I'm a foodie. So I find that lots of restaurants that have like these surreal gardens, those are like hidden gems to me. Because just like you go to a restaurant and it's literally a garden.
Yeah.
And they have good food.
Do you remember before COVID, there used to be this outdoor kind of like jungle restaurant bar?
Oh, it was for the one in Tulum. They made it like the one in Tulum. Yes, I went there. What is it called again?
But it's right by the Lincoln Tunnel or no Holland
It
Tunnel.
was over there. What was it was after a club in Tulum. It was like the same thing. Yeah, I went there. I loved it. That was great. And the food was great. The drinks were amazing.
So what's your favorite neighborhood? And it doesn't have to be the one that you live in.
My favorite neighborhood. I really don't have favorite neighborhoods. I have some neighborhoods that I really like.
Okay, so what is one of the neighborhoods that you would like to go visit?
I like Williamsburg again in Brooklyn.
Okay.
I'm like stuck on Brooklyn. I like Williamsburg. I like Greenpoint. I like Bed-Stuy. It's a lot of culture, great food. I like Soho. I like Soho a lot. Yeah, Soho, NoHo, that whole area downtown. It's kind of vibesy. Lower East Side.
If money was no object, what neighborhood would you live in?
I'd still live in Brooklyn. I live in Dumbo.
Okay. Name 3 things that you recommend that every New Yorker should have on their bucket list.
To do in New York?
Yes.
You should definitely go to the opera. You should go on a food stroll. Like you should just try as many, like just eat. Eat food. And you should come to Brooklyn.
Name up to 3 things as a New Yorker that you take for granted, but people who are not from here might think it's glamorous.
Oh, like some of our park for sure. Like we don't pay enough homage to the parks that we have. Like we have some amazing parks. The architecture, I don't think people look up enough. Like if you really look up when you're in the city, you'll be amazed at some of the architecture that's happening in the city. Like it's amazing, like seriously. And the eclectic mix of people. Like I feel like people don't appreciate that much, but it's really like it's almost like a melting pot. And you can just learn so much from different cultures. Where else can you get this mix of people? Yeah.
And don't forget the food.
Oh, the food? I don't know. The food, I'm sorry too. I love the food, but it's okay.
But that's the thing. You take it for granted.
Yeah.
That's the key point.
Yes.
Can you share a story of a memorable night that you had in New York City?
I cannot share that story.
Okay, so let's move along. Yes, there's some things that need to be.
Yeah, some things should not be shared.
New York City is known for being one of the most expensive places to live. Let's dive into it. So, what do you do for a living?
Oh, I have multiple jobs. But one of them, my passion is my brand. I have a beauty brand. It's called My Emollient. It's a sustainable brand. What I'm trying to do is merge sustainability with organic ingredients to help you elevate how you moisturize your skin.
Do you want to share about your other job?
My other jobs, I do accounting.
Yes. We do have multiple jobs and we do hustle.
Yes, because you cannot afford to live here with one income, okay?
You can, but you need to make sure that that job
income needs to be like, woo, you're going to be in the 1%. So good luck to you, boo.
But you don't have to be a millionaire to live here.
Comfortably, without like 5,000 roommates, yeah. And not like have grandfathered in some like rent that's like nothing. Like it's impossible. But you know what? You're right. You can find some places, they may be further out from the city. It depends on how convenient you want your lifestyle to be. Do you want to be close to the city, in the city, or do you want to live like on the outskirts? And you could probably be okay.
I think like for a lot of people, they think that you have to be a millionaire to live in New York City. But a lot of people don't make millions if they still survive and they still live here in New York City. So,
If I had to be
so
100% honest, I think your statement is going to be very accurate in the near future, if I had to be honest. I think when I look around, I could see if you're not a millionaire, you're really going to have to be in the top 10% to survive in New York and live comfortably. Anyone can live anywhere. It's how are you living? What is your standard of living?
so then it comes to the point, what is considered making it in New York City?
When you can sustain your lifestyle and still have a savings and have a plan for the future.
Okay, so you can answer this or you cannot answer it. What do you think that someone in your position, what do you think the salary range is? And if you don't want to answer, it's totally fine.
Well, the range for which position? For my actual job that I
Yes.
my 9 to 5, I would say it's anywhere from 110 to 300.
Brings the question that you don't have to be a millionaire to live here, and you don't have to be a millionaire to live comfortably if you live within your means.
I think even if you look at someone who's making 110, 150, if your rent is 4,500, you're not living that comfortably. You still have to pay taxes. You still still have to invest in your 401k. You still need to buy food. You need to buy clothes, and you would like to take a vacation. You cannot do that on $110,000 with a $4,600 rent. You're gonna have to have a roommate.
So again, living within your means.
Yeah.
Okay. What would people be surprised to learn about your job or your industry?
What would people be surprised? Which job are we talking about?
Your 9 to 5. Or you can talk about your business. Either one is fine.
That's a tough question. What would people be surprised to know about it? I don't want to get too political.
So let's just say, like, what is one thing that you hear about your 9 to 5 job? What you hear about it and what you think is not true?
Okay, like when people talk about like
Mhm.
finance and accounting, that it's boring. It's not boring. It's just that you don't like math. For someone who likes math, it's just like it's kind of fun.
That's what I mean. Like, what would they be surprised about?
Yeah, they'll be surprised that it's actually fun, but you have to like math.
Yeah.
If you don't like math, you're gonna be in hell, like hell.
So, do you rent or own?
Rent.
What is your monthly splurge of living here?
My monthly splurge, more like weekly. I had to get a massage.
Okay.
That's a splurge to me. And I like to go to see the opera or ballet.
So there's this belief amongst transplants that everything you do in New York City is expensive. Tell me what's your favorite free or inexpensive thing to do in New York City? And you do quite a bit of it.
I do.
Yeah, it's going to the water.
Yeah, but I already said all of that.
Yeah. So again, it's literally
My favorite free thing to do in New York City.
or inexpensive.
And I thought you said
Free or inexpensive.
oh, free or inexpensive thing to do. This podcast, you may just end up showing people how expensive New York really is. What's free or inexpensive that you could do in New York?
Go and have a picnic in the park.
Yeah, but you could do that anywhere.
But again, people don't typically think about the free things. Everything is about you have to spend money to have fun in New York City. That's the point.
Okay. Free or inexpensive thing to do.
I know you do quite a bit of it because we do quite a bit of it.
Yeah, but it's not like none of it is free.
But it's inexpensive. Again, it's free or inexpensive. So if you go to the water and you enjoy your time just hanging by the water, it's free. It is an activity.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna say. Okay, ask me again.
Okay.
I have a perfect answer for this.
There's a belief amongst transplants that everything you do in New York City is expensive. Tell me what is your favorite free or inexpensive thing to do in New York City?
I like to pop into all the wine tastings that I see or the gallery openings, and I just stroll and have free alcohol. And I actually do that.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of plant trees and these brands, they have tastings, and I was just strolling to the tasting, leave with a couple of things, drink while I'm there, chit chat, and go.
And there's quite a bit of it that people don't look up. Like there's meetups, there's Eventbrite events where it's pretty inexpensive. Where you go through the wine tasting for like $25 to $30.
You can go for free.
Yes, but I'm just saying, if you had to pay, it's not that expensive.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
So again, proving that not everything is as transparent as it to be.
You can get full just walking through Whole Foods. Just walk and get all the samples you can get, and then go home.
What is something that you do that is considered an expensive hobby?
I would go to the ballet and the opera.
What is something that people would be surprised by how affordable it is?
That's a broad sentence. This question would be surprised how affordable it is. Actually, no, I don't just sound he talking about the damn ballet and the opera. I would say going to like top restaurants, like if you go for lunch, like it's pretty affordable. Yeah.
That's all it is. What is your favorite store that you shop that isn't fashion?
The MoMA store.
Okay, so the next part. As New York City is one of the fashion capitals of the world, let's talk fashion. What is your favorite thing about New York City's fashion scene?
You can do whatever the hell you want, and it's not wrong.
Okay. What do you think that sets New York fashion scene apart from other cities?
It's vibrant, it's fresh, and it's new, it's ever revolving. Like it's just, it's moving to the beat of the city, the same speed. It's just going, going, going.
What's the best piece of advice that you ever received regarding your style?
Have fun with it.
Do you have a favorite designer or brand that you always wear?
Theory. That's so bad.
Tell me your 3 must-haves in your closet that define your style aesthetic.
I have to have a blazer, a pair of pants, either leather or vegan leather, and I have to a nice bag.
Okay. Are you an online shopper or retail store shopper, and why?
Online shopper, I have no time to go to the store. I just don't have time or patience. I'm like a man. I do not want to go to the store. I don't want to go to the mall. No, I want to go on my computer, my phone, come. That's it.
What's your favorite place to shop in New York City?
I don't go to shop in New York City. The last time I was in a store, oh my gosh.
You don't have.
I no. Oh, I like to buy perfume, maybe a perfumery.
Okay.
Yeah, perfumeries. There aren't that many left, but perfumeries.
I'm trying to think. There used to be one.
I used to go to the Hermes perfumery in Brookdale, but they closed it. I love going in there. I get free samples and everything. Like you don't even have to buy. You just get all these samples. Then they send you samples. So does Bond Number 9. They send me stuff in the mail.
Have you ever had a fashion disaster in New York City? Can you share the story?
No, I never had a fashion disaster in New York City, but I had one in Florida. So I'm at this wedding and the dress is a little too tight and I did something and the zipper came apart. It was a nightmare.
Thanks for sharing. What's your go-to outfit for the day in the city?
A day in the city. Is it summer or winter?
Any season you want.
If it's summer, I'm gonna put on an oversized linen shirt and some really short shorts.
Okay. Do you have any fashion or style icon that inspires your look?
No.
Can you share a story of a time that you feel particular stylish or confident in your outfit and why?
I think when I wear a suit, I feel confident because I feel like it's a powerful thing to see a woman in a pantsuit, something that's very well tailored, that falls well. I think that just looks amazing. So when I wear my suits, I feel like, yeah, Miss Boss coming through.
That's your style. There's this whole conversation about sustainability in fashion, so let's talk about it. How can we shift our mindset from constantly seeking new and trendy clothing items to valuing and appreciating the pieces that we already own?
Easy. Just Google global warming. Google what industry is polluting our planet the most. Google those 2 things and tell me if you still want to buy stuff and keep filling the minds with clothes. Just Google that. Like I have no other nothing else, no other input. Like if that doesn't bother you, then okay.
Yes, overconsumption is a big problem. What are some sustainable fashion practices that we can adapt to reduce our environmental impact, such as buying secondhand or supporting brands that are eco-friendly initiatives or something like that?
Yeah, like exactly what you said. And buy quality pieces. Buy key pieces, essential pieces that you're going to have for 10 years. You can even pass that on to another generation. Like it's great fabric. It's going to last for a very long time. They're classic pieces that are never going to go out of style. Great tailoring, great fabric. Invest in those pieces.
So what's interesting is that there is this TikToker. So she inherited a lot of clothes from her grandmother and she has this account. So I've seen a few of her videos. So it's surprisingly well, like it's a lot of designer stuff and it's a lot of well-made brands. And it's some brands that don't exist anymore. I know that for a fact. And the fact that she's rediscovering it and it's 2 generations. It's a grandmother to the granddaughter. So amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think like people don't appreciate that. And it is true. Like the better quality it is, the longer it will last.
Exactly.
So there is this pressure in social media of always wearing something new, right? And to stay up to date on fashion trends and whatnot. What's your piece of advice to stop over consuming in fashion?
Oh my gosh. If you looked at my Instagram, you think I have no clothes. I wear the same things. If I feel I have a dress that I love, I just keep wearing it all the time.
Be an outfit repeater, right?
Like, as even one post I put, I have this bathing suit I like. I would put same post, same suit, different location. Like, so what? I wore this bathing suit like 10 times already. Who cares? I love it. It fits me well.
Exactly your point is you love it.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
You love it.
That's just ridiculous. If you're gonna wear a new outfit every time, that's not even sustainable. It's not practical. It's not realistic. It's like you must be a hoarder. How do you have so many clothes? Why do you have so many clothes? That's just ridiculous.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about a next topic. They say that you could taste all flavors of the world in New York City. So let's talk about the food. Then, what's your favorite New York City cuisine?
New York City cuisine. What is that? Pizza?
Whatever you think it is, whatever food that you've eaten in New York City.
Oh, that's a hard question because I don't like New York City food.
Again, it's the cuisine that you've had in New York.
I'm gonna say, if I had to answer that question, I would say fusion. Any fusion, anything that's mixed in one culture with another culture, and New York is very popular for doing that. So I would say any fusion.
Okay. Do you have any hidden gems that you want to recommend?
I have some old restaurants that I've been going to. Like Indochine is still one of my favorite restaurants.
Because
I say Indochine is one of my favorite restaurants. I still love it. And there's quite a few more, but I don't need to share. I don't want to see you there.
so what's your favorite bar or cocktail spot that you could recommend?
Again, it's in Brooklyn. The Westlight. It's on top of the what's that hotel? That hotel over there, the William Vale. Look, you get a 360 view. It's amazing. Like the ambiance, great drinks too.
What's your go-to food that you order at a classic New York City deli?
Eat in New York City. I don't eat at deli.
Okay.
I don't.
Do you have a favorite spot that you go to for specialty item foods like a cheese place or?
No, I eat that at home. I make my own cheese plate.
Okay, so we'll come to the last part. So we're gonna play a game. We're gonna play two games.
Okay.
One game it's called New York Hot Takes. It's a game that you select this or that to represent New York City and explain why you think so.
Okay.
Pizza or bagel?
Bagel.
Why?
Because the pizza is okay, but bagels, New York is definitely known for bagels. Like I have people in Florida like, oh, where can I get bagels? People in Europe, I want some bagels. People in Jamaica, I'm like, you talking to me in Jamaica about for bagels? Like, are you serious? Bagels.
Hot dog or pretzel from a street vendor?
A hot dog. It's just so nasty. You just never know what's gonna happen to you, but it just tastes so good.
Okay. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Why?
Because I'm Caribbean. I'm always gonna drink a cup of tea. A cup of tea.
This is gonna be obvious. Brooklyn and Queens.
Brooklyn. Brooklyn.
Why? Again, why?
Need I say more? It's just full of culture. It's oh my God, it's amazing. Like you gotta come here. You gotta come to Brooklyn. Come to Brooklyn.
Central Park or Prospect Park?
Central Park.
Why? Again.
Because there's no comparison. I mean, like, yes, Prospect Park is great. I love that park. But Central Park is like the park of New York.
Manhattan Bridge or Brooklyn Bridge? And why?
I don't know the difference. Damn it. Like I couldn't tell you the difference. If they put them side by side, I couldn't tell you which one is which. If you tell me the streets, I'd be like, oh, I know which one it is. But I don't know the difference. They're both beautiful.
Empire State Building or One World Trade?
Empire State Building.
Again, why?
One World Trade, that was just, I'm sorry. I just have this, I don't want to be, it's just so tragic. I just don't want to think about that whole World Trade Center thing.
So, Governor's Island or Statue of Liberty?
Governor's Island. Because I can hang out there. We do stuff. They have events. I can't hang out at the Statue of Liberty. I can only look at it.
Brooklyn Botanical Garden or New York Botanical Gardens?
Whew. I don't know. That one is tough because Brooklyn Botanical Garden, I used to go there every Saturday because it was free. At some point, it was free before I think 11 a.m. And I lived close by. So after my run or the farmer's market, I'd walk through. And it's just it's quaint. It's not huge, but it just has this quaint thing about it. And New York Botanical Garden, it's so vast. It's so amazing though. Like, so that's really, they're both different. They're both beautiful, but one is just amazing this big grand thing, and the other one is just quaint. So it depends on what you're looking for that day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hudson River or East River?
I don't know the difference. Hudson River is right here. Where's East River?
East River is along the FDR and Hudson River is along the West Side Highway.
So I'm gonna have to go with East River.
Okay.
That FDR drive is it's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Long Island or upstate?
Gosh, we're in Long Island.
Anywhere.
It depends. Again, the Hamptons is totally different from upstate. If I'm feeling like you know what, I'm gonna go with upstate because of the stage of my life that I'm in. I just want to relax. I want to be closer to nature. I'm not really gonna get that in the Hamptons. I'm gonna get like something else.
Ballet or opera?
I'm not choosing. I'm going to both. I'm doing them both.
Okay. Broadway or off Broadway?
Probably go off Broadway.
Why?
Because you find some talent that's not discovered yet on off Broadway, like really good stuff.
The Met or the MoMA?
Again, that's really tough. Two totally different places. Again, it's the same comparison. One is just so like, you know, on trend, and the other one is like this big institution. Like it's the Met.
Yankees or Mets?
I don't care.
Bike or walk?
Walk. But I like biking. Do you know, like in New York, there's some bike trails, there are things you're gonna see that you're never gonna see if you're walking, especially like on the West Side Highway.
Yes.
There are things you see on the bike I've never seen that walking. Seriously. There's like little places you could stop with rocks like you're on a beach by the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Subway or taxi?
The subway is more convenient. The taxi is like, it can be more convenient too. I don't know. It depends. If you're going to an event, you probably want to take a taxi because the hustle and bustle.
So again, this is a question about representation of New York City. Rats or pigeons?
Pigeon. Pigeon is the rat with a wing.
Yes. Okay. So old I love New York City logo or new we love New York City logo?
We love New York City. It's we.
Okay. So that wraps up the first part of our game. So we're gonna do fashion hot take, where I'm gonna ask you a series of questions of this and that to establish your personal style.
Okay.
So tank top or camisole?
Camisole.
Blouse or button down shirt?
Blouse.
Sweatshirt or sweater?
Sweater.
Bomber jacket or motor jacket?
Motor jacket.
Leather jacket or denim jacket?
Leather.
Blazer or cardigan?
Blazer.
Parker or puffer jacket?
Parker.
Peacoat or trench coat?
Trench coat.
Turtleneck or V-neck?
Turtleneck.
Crop top or off the shoulder top?
Crop top.
Wide leg pants or taper pants?
Tapered.
Overalls or cargo pants?
Cargo.
Jeans or leggings?
Jeans.
Mini skirt or shorts?
Shorts.
Sundress or slip dress?
Probably slip dress.
Okay. Long sleeve or short sleeve?
Long sleeve.
High waisted or low rise?
High waisted.
Statement jewelry or simple jewelry?
Both.
Classic watch or smartwatch?
Classic watch.
Sunglasses or hat?
I like both. Well, I think I wear hats more.
Scarf or belt?
Scarf.
Bag person or shoe person?
Bag person.
Platforms or flat?
Flat.
Sneakers or loafers?
Loafer sneakers.
Solid colors or prints?
Solid color.
Neutral colors or bold colors?
Neutral.
Floral or animal prints?
None.
Cotton or linen?
Linen.
Wool or cashmere?
Cashmere.
Silk or leather?
Silk.
With so many people using social media nowadays, what platforms do you prefer and why?
I mean, I know it's kind of dated, but I still prefer Instagram because I just like looking at things. It's visually stimulating for me.
Okay. Would you like to share your social media handle for people to follow?
Sure. It's at Keesha Gaye.
Okay. Thank you for participating in this interview. Thank you for tuning in to Threads and Tales of New York City.
Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Okay. See you next week. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to Threads and Tales of New York City. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more episodes.